Angry hamster. Is my game opening? Yes. Let me see this.
So, are you getting used to it out here?
There isn't much to do compared to the big city, but there is that certain something you can't get anywhere else.
Shit, the basketball team?
Bring you more details about the incident in Inaba. Small town shrouded in fog and mystery.
The nicest thing about this town has been the peace and quiet. And now we're gonna be the center of attention.
Police are treating this as part of a serial murder case.
Dachi's voice actor sounds pretty good.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel? On a rainy night, you look into a TV that's turned off.
Ooh.
When the clock strikes 12, someone else will appear on screen.
Really? An urban legend. Not even a kid would believe something that stupid.
Oh shit, the music sounds good. Just do the 10-minute one because it plays this at the beginning. Oh, does it? Fuck. Fuck it, too late, I'm already in. I'll watch it again.
No.
Damn. Face the shadow within.
No! Who are you?
This is peak right here, chat.
Shadow, and there's nothing about you that I don't know.
I don't believe you. You're not me! Does it seem like that world in the TV has to be related to Senpai?
We will be
Yamamoto's
there.
deaths?
I see your ass smile. This is peak. You're trying to ignore me. You didn't say anything.
Are you saying people who appear on the TV die?
Whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
Who's on air? February 18th, bro. Peak. Peak, chat. Peak is coming. Peak is coming, chat. Peak is coming. Absolute peak. What they did with the primetime song in the battle is cool. It's about the one that plays in what trailer is it? No, it wasn't a broadcast. It was Bro the trailer, no?
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
Yamano might have been on that Midnight
This is
Channel
the
before she
peak.
died too.
Peak trailer.
Now where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace totally
Ew.
different. Watch out!
That tongue do.
Now then, whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
Critical.
To wield a persona is to wield direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened.
It's split
through
into two,
bond.
so yeah, you only the first part, yeah.
Doesn't it sound cool?
Someone had to see that. I'm glad it was you.
Was that
Sound that
supposed
good?
to be
Hell
you?
yeah.
Good times
Hell
never
yeah,
seem
it's
to
that good.
last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid
that tongue
bully
do?
jerk. I can't wait.
So, shall we?
Really? Sweet!
Come on, don't call me that.
All shadows were originally born from humans. Well, then that means Senpai got killed by her other self.
No! Get out of here! Don't look at me!
God, the game looks so much better than P4. I was worried that like, even if I saw this shit, I don't think it's gonna be better than P4 Golden, but nah, this is peak.
All right. Which means that we also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too.
There's a lot of
I'm
info
not
that
running
came
away
out
from
today
this.
with this game actually.
But I have no problem taking down shadows. It's over!
So yeah, I'll be counting on you.
She's smiling like crazy, watch you about to blast the shit out of someone. She itching to run the fade. Their persona? That's too out of a question. I like them all for different things. Combat would be 5, story would be 4, characters would be 3. Does that make any sense? Look at this other one they just dropped. Is anyone online? Damn, my homies is not online. Slackers, I tell you. strikers. One slagging. One slagging. Ooh. One slagging. What is this? Oh, they did play it again at the start.
And now we're gonna be the center of it.
Mouse.
皆さんこんにちは。
The
ペルソナ
soundtrack?
スタジオゼネラルプロデューサー
Uh,
の和田和久で
That would
す。
either be 5
先ほどご
or
覧いただ
3.
いたストーリートレーラーでは、ペルソナ4リバイバルの新たな
That'd be
姿を
5 or
ご
3.
紹介しました。本作は静かな地方都市を舞台に連続殺人事件とそこで次第に明らかになっていく隠された真実を追い求める物語です。しかしペルソナ4は単に事件の真相を追うだけの
I
作
would
品
say
ではあ
3
りませ
has
ん。
more bangers though.
その根底にあるのは
But it's kind
人
of
と人と
fucked
のつ
since
な
they
が
have
り、
the original and
自
they have
分
the
自身につ
remake.
いての真実を見つけていくこと。
They have reload,
そ
so
して
they have like 2
そう
games
した
for
絆
3.
の中で
Five only
紡が
has
れ
one
ていく
game.
人間ドラマを描いた
Well, I
物
guess
語
you count strikers.
Someone in town is definitely kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
これらの対比こそが
This is how you find out about this game. Wait, what? You never realized P4 is getting a
明るく青春
remake?
に満ち思わず笑みがこぼれるような親しみやすさや人との距離の近さを感じたかと思えば次の瞬間には不穏な空気に包まれることもあります。
How long is
稲
this?
葉の温かな日常
Oh,
が
it's
あるからこそ
10 minutes, yeah.
事件の謎はよ
I'll
り
watch all
強
this.
く心に迫ります。
That's
そ
living
し
on.
て
He
その
said he
事
has
件
a
を取り
job,
巻
so
く
he
闇
was
が深いからこそ仲間と過ごす何気ない日々がよりかけがえのないものとして感じられるのです。シリーズ未経験の方にとっても本作はペルソナというシリーズを最も象徴的に体験できる作品の一つです。地方都市で高校生活を送り人々との出会い関係を築きながら一日一日をどのように過ごすかを選択していく。そ
Will
し
there be
て
new
日
soundtracks?
常の
Yeah,
裏
you're
側に
listening to
は
one.
テレビの中に広
But
が
it's
る
the
も
same
う一つ
soundtrack,
の
just
世
a
界
little
が
bit
存在していま
remixed
す。
a little bit.
そこで仲間との絆
What am I
が力と
playing?
なって
Playing Rivals. I
自
just
ら
the
を支え
video.
る大きな武器とな
I
り
just
ます。
didn't queue yet.
Trust me, we know you can push your limits.
Playing
日常
Rivals.
と非日常を行き来するこの構造はですね、ペルソナシリーズの核となる要素です。そしてペルソナ4ではその体験がさらに深い謎と結びついています。
It's the picture we took the other day with all the other part-timers.
この物語が描いているのは
This kid's voice
人
doesn't
が
sound
心
bad.
の奥に隠しているもの、目を背け続けているもの、そしていつか隠し続けることのできなくなった真実と向き合う瞬間です。こうしたテーマこそが今なお多くの方々に愛され続けている理由の一つだと思います。
Oh shit, it's a new song.
ペルソナ4リバイバルの開発を始めるにあたって私たちが最も大切にしたことの一つは
Just a
オリジナル
gloomy
版
ass
で多くの
town.
方が感じてくれた
That's
あ
for
の
good
空
reason.
気感を守ることでした。
Gloomy ass town,
静か
bro.
な田舎町稲葉の佇まい、仲間たちとの何気ない会話が紡ぐ穏やかな日常、そして少しずつ真相へ迫っていくミステリーらしい緊張感、そうした要素こそがペルソナ4の核となるものです。だからこそ私たちはその魅
You would
力の
never
星
think a
を
game
大
like this
切に
has.
受け継ぎながら
I think isn't this
現
game
代
rated for
の技
mature?
術や表
Has
現
to
によっ
be.
て当
There's
時
literally
感じて
dead
いただ
bodies
い
on
た
top
体
of
験をもう一度味わっていただけるよう一つ
ceilings
一
and
つ
shit.
丁寧に再構築しました。
People
同時に
dying left
本
and
作
right.
は単
Like
なるリマスターではなく完全なリメイク作品です。
has to be. It's gotta be rated mature.
リマスターがオリジナルの魅力をそのまま現代に届けるものだと
There's
す
hella
れ
dead
ば
bodies in this
リメイ
game.
クはその魅力を受け継ぎながら現代のプレイヤーにふさわしい体験として新たに蘇らせるものと言えるでしょう。私たちが目指したの
Game
は
is, like, low-key
ペルソナ
dark.
4ならではの魅力を大切に守りながら現代のペルソナシリーズが持つ表現力や遊びやすさによって本作を新た
I
に
there's
蘇
just
らせる
certain
ことでした。
scenes I'm very curious to see how they go about and certain
その
like
ため、ゲ
endings
ー
and
ムプレ
story
イそのも
stuff.
のも現代のプレ
Are
イヤ
they
ーに
gonna
合わせ
still go
て
through with
進
some
化
of
さ
that
せてい
stuff
く。
or
ユーザーインターフェースの改善やバトルテンポの最適化、ダンジョン探索の
Cool
快
UI
適性向上などゲーム全体をよりスムーズで遊びやすいものへと磨き上げました。
Matador?
初めて稲葉を訪れる人
Broken
に
still
も
seems.
久しぶりにこの街へ帰ってくる人にも自然とこの世界に引き込まれるような体験をお届けしたいと考えています。またキャラクター表現にも徹底的にこだわりました。 ペルソナ4においてドラマチックなシーンだけでなく、仲間たちと過ごす何気ない日常も非常に重要な要素の一つです。仲間同士のたわいない会話、少し気まずさを感じるやり取り、そして突然訪れる緊張や恐怖、そうしたさまざまな感情の移り変わりをより自然に、より身近に感じていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に表現しています。
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. But all we can do is trust our instincts at this
Fuck, I hit my
point.
leg.
さらにカメラワークや演出にも細かな調整を加え、何気ない日常のワンシーンであっても登場人物たちの感情がより豊かに伝わるように磨き上げました。ペルソナ4ならではの温かな人間ドラマを大切にしながら、キャラクターたちをこれまで以上に身近に感じていただける作品へと生まれ変わっています。
You're me, and I'm you. When you get down to it, all of this is me.
ペルソナシリーズにおいて音楽は単なる BGM ではありません。作品の空気感を生み出し、物語を彩り、プレイヤーの皆さんの記憶に残るペルソナを語る上で欠かせない存在です。中でもペルソナ4は音楽も多くの皆さんに愛されてきました。だからこそその魅力を損なうことなく、オリジナル版への敬意を大切にしながらサウンド制作に取り組みました。
The game? Oh, the remix. What you talking about? This new version?
原作楽曲の魅力を受け継ぎながら、
Over this one's definitely
ボーカル
better.
曲やバトル
But
曲
I gotta
を
listen to
は
the
じ
full
め
version. It's kind of hard to judge some of these, but I'll listen to
現
the
代
full
の表
version.
現に合わせて丁寧にリファインしています。さらに本作のために数多くの新曲も制作しました。懐かしさと新しさ、そのどちらも感じていただけるサウンドをお楽しみいただければと思います。
Overly feature finding something? We gotta wait till we hear the full versions of these.
さて、ペルソナ4リバイバルについてご紹介してきましたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。今後さらに多くの情報をお届けできることを我々ペルソナチームとして楽しみにしています。
They're only showing stuff from like the first like 2 dungeons of
最
the
後になり
game.
ますが、
Or this part's
ペ
further
ルソナ
in.
シリーズを初めて遊ぶ方には日常と非日常が
Like, they're,
交
like, not
錯する
showing
ペルソナならではの魅
a lot
力
of
を増すことなく
There's
体
like
験してい
certain
ただける
dungeons
と
they're
思
not
い
even
ます。
showing at all.
そしてすでに稲葉
Not
市を
at
よく知っている皆さんにも知り尽くしていると思ってたこの街に
They're not showing it.
まだまだ新たな発見や
A
驚きが待っていることを
of
感じて
certain
いただけるはず
parts.
です。ぜひペルソナ4リバイバルで霧に隠されたその
They showed some
真実
resets already.
を確かめてみてください。Who's on air?
There's certain ones they're just not showing. I'm not gonna say because of spoilers. On a high stakes chat, no doubt we'll win. Let me see. There's some more. Have like the nighttime thing. Hold on. Dojima Residence. The nighttime theme actually has music too. Oh my god, I forgot about her. I forgot about this old lady. Sky Full of Stars has vocals in this game. That she has vocals. That's crazy. I can cue now. It's only a little bit of it though. What else they got up here? Ojima Residence looks pretty cool.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
I mean, it looks how you'd expect it, of course, but yeah.
Hood on, guns out.
Hoodie season. It's hoodie season.
Can you hear me?
Hoodie season.
Did you win?
Oh, it looks like we unlock a social link.
Nice. Look at the messages I sent you.
You know your mic is on, right?
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
I am thou.
Thou art I.
Thou hast established a new bond that brings thee closer to the truth. Thou shalt have our
Funny how you look at these
blessing
once
when
and you
thou
just skip it for the rest of the game.
to create a persona of the Eon Arcana.
Whew, that's a lot of stars. Whew. That's gonna take a while.